So similar to last week, some of you joined us last week, we will have our props handy. If you don't have blocks, grab 1 or 2 rolls of paper towels. It's kind of nice to have, or blocks and a belt. That'll be good for our hamstrings. If you need a cushion for your knees or for your to lift your butt. And then I had a chair, but actually I have my computer on the chair tonight. So I just have a stool that kind of helps. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. Everybody lay down on your backs and have your belt nice and handy for you. All right, we'll lay down. I have an empty wall near me. Maybe you want an empty wall or a chair. We can do hip stretches using the chair or the wall at the end. All right, so let's lay down on our backs. Let's release our back by bringing our knees up, bend your knees, and walk your feet out right and left and let your knees fall in towards each other. That's gonna release your low back, it'll feel good. And then go ahead and put your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart. And just bring the awareness to the breath, gently in and out of the nose. Inhaling and exhaling, gently in and out of the nose. And the intention that we've been setting for all of our yoga this weekend has been gratitude, and mostly because it has been hard, I think, for many people to have gratitude during this time. It's been tough. We're on quarantine, right? People have lost their jobs, and people are stuck in their houses, and so I've really been asking everyone to try to focus on having a semblance of gratitude for the little things, the things we can do. You know, gratitude that we have access to the internet and to each other and to do yoga, which is just not something that everybody has, and so we're really fortunate to have things like this, people in our lives that love us, even if we can't be near them. And so I just ask that for the next hour or a little bit less that we have together, that we're able to just think and have some gratitude. All right. And just focusing in and out of the breath, gently in and out of your nose. And then let's go ahead and bring your right knee into your chest. Keep your left knee bent. Let's do that today, and keep the left foot on the ground. Take a few knee circles with the right knee in one direction, just to warm up the hip. Here we go, just warming it up in one direction. And then let's warm it up in the other direction. Oh, feeling good. And then let's go ahead, bring the knee back into the chest. Let's extend the left leg long if you can, and we're gonna take the right knee over across the body to the left. Your left hand will go on your right knee, and maybe your right arm comes out to the side. We're taking just a gentle back twist right here. Just a gentle twist, holding here. Inhaling and exhaling. Finding that twist, and then taking a deep inhale. Exhale, let's lay back on the back, bringing the right knee back into the chest. Let's bring the left knee in to meet the right, and then let's switch sides. So the left knee is in. Let's take the right leg long on the ground, and the left knee in towards the chest, holding here. And then let's take this left knee across the body, over to the right, and take the left arm out to the left. We'll do those hip circles in just a second. I forgot them and now I remembered them, so that's okay. Just nice gentle twist here. And then let's find our way back onto our back, left knee into the chest. Bend the right knee, put the right foot on the ground, and then just take some circles with this left knee in one direction. And then let's take those circles in the other direction, warming that hip up. Perfect, all right. And then let's bring the knees back into the chest. And then actually let's grab behind the knees. I call this the knee pit. So grab your knee pits with both of your hands and flex your feet like you're putting them on the ceiling. And then just pull these knees in towards your armpits right here, but keeping your butt and your whole body flat on the ground if you can. Pulling in towards your armpits. This is a hip stretch. You can hold here with your knees in your armpits. Some of you may be flexible enough to grab your toes or the feet, the outside of the feet. This is called happy baby, but if that's too much, just bring your knees into your armpits. It's fine, nothing wrong with that. And then holding here, inhaling and exhaling. And then take deep inhale, exhale, release. Let's bring both of the feet flat on the ground. Windshield wiper your knees back and forth. All right. And then make your way on to your right or left side. And let's come up to a seated position. All right. So in your seated position, if you need to lift up your hips, you can take a blanket or a pillow and just prop up onto your hips. If your knees are bothering you at all in your seated position, you can take your props and put them under your knees. Sometimes that feels good for folks, so know that you have that available to you. All right, let's do a few seated cat-cows and some stretches and twists on our seat. So we'll bring our arms forward and let's inhale, open up, gaze up, drop your head back. And then exhale, round your back, chin to chest, stretching out the spine. Inhaling in, opening up, and exhaling in, round chin to chest. We're going to do some inhales and exhales. We're going to move breath and movement today. And exhale, spine to the back of the room. Inhaling in, opening up, and exhaling, spine to the back of the room. All right, and then let's come back to neutral. Let's bring our hands down by our sides, and then we'll flow right to left. So let's bring your your right fingertips down. Inhale your left arm up and over, stretching out. And then exhale, come up, bring your left fingertips down, right arm up and over. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Bring the right hand down, left arm up and over. Inhaling and stretching. Fingertips down, right arm up and over. Take a deep inhale, exhale, come up. On this last one, we'll hold. We'll take our right fingertips down. We'll take our left arm up and over and plant that left sits bone on the ground, stretching out, gaze up underneath the left arm. Low belly's engaged, holding here for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Take a deep inhale, exhale, come up, and we'll do that on the opposite side. Bring the left fingertips down, bring the right arm up and over, plant the right sits bone on the ground. Low belly's engaged, gaze up underneath that right arm, holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a deep inhale, exhale, come up. All right. Now we're going to do some twisting. So we'll flow back and forth each side, and then we'll hold. All right. So hopefully that'll make sense. So engage your low belly and ground your sits bones so they don't move. And then you're going to inhale your arms up towards the sky. And then you're going to exhale. You're going to take your right hand on your left knee and look back over your left shoulder. Then you're going to inhale up. And then we're going to flow to the opposite side. Left hand, right knee, right arm behind you. Inhale up. Come all the way up. Exhale, rotate over to the left. Inhale up. And then let's exhale, rotate over to the right. And then this last one we'll hold. We'll inhale up. We'll exhale, rotate over to the left and hold. You'll engage your low belly, looking back over that left shoulder. Holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back up to the sky. And then exhale over to the right. And then we'll also hold. All right. Go planting your sits bones, looking back over that right shoulder. Holding here for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back up. And exhale. Bring your hands down by your side. Very nice. All right. Let's make our way onto our hands and knees. Okay. And then once we're here on our hands and knees, if you need, we're just going to continue to do flow breath with movement, and then we're going to make our way up to standing. So use the padding under your knees if you need that. That's fine. All right. Your knees are planted right under your hips. Let's use fist for wrist if your wrists are bothering you, or you can plant your hands right on the ground. I'm using fist for wrist today. We'll do some cat-cows here to continue to flow breath with movement. We're going to inhale, our gaze up, our tailbone up, drop the belly, and then exhale, press into the spot, the hands round the back, and exhale out. Inhale in, gaze up, tailbone up, drop, and exhale, press, and round. Inhaling in, gaze up, tailbone up, and then exhale, press, and round. One more. Inhale in, gaze up, tailbone up, drop the belly, exhale, press, and round. Perfect. And then let's come back into our flat back. And then let's make our way up to standing. All right, we're going to come right up to standing. So today, maybe because it's Easter, I don't know, we're flowing a lot more with breath, with movement, but in a very accessible way. So we'll make our way into our mountain pose, our Tadasana, and then we'll continue to flow breath with movement. All right, so bring your feet hip width apart. The outside of your feet are parallel to the mat. Toes slightly pigeon-toed. Find your front body engagement. Lengthen your tailbone. Open your hands up right and left to the front of your mat. Make sure your spine is stacked over your head. Tilt your chin slightly. Gaze is to the cheeks or the tip of the nose. And find your mountain pose here. It's quite active. Lift up all of your toes. And then with your pinky toes, start to slowly put them back down, spreading out on the ground. Really feeling grounded here. Holding in your mountain pose. Good posture here. We don't have good posture typically. Our whole lives don't typically support good posture. The driving, the computers, the cell phones, right? They don't support good posture. So holding in posture. And then let's do some half sun salutations. So we're going to inhale our arms all the way up to the sky. And then flat back, swan dive down to the ground. Bend your knees as much as you need to. You can grab the floor or use your props. And then drop your head and round your back. Inhale, lift the flat back. Exhale and fold. Press into the feet. Inhale your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale your hands over your heart center. Let's do that a few more times. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Drop your head. Inhale with the flat back. Exhale and fold. Drop your head. Press into the feet. Inhale your arms all the way back up to the sky. Exhale your hands over your heart center. Keep moving. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale your heart forward with the flat back. Exhale and fold. Drop your head. Press into your feet. Inhale all the way up to the sky. And then exhale your hands over your heart center and down by your side. All right. Let's open up our feet wide. We'll still continue to do some flowing and breath with movement. So let's open up our feet nice and wide. Our heels are going to be out and our toes are slightly turned in, so the outside of your feet are parallel to the mat, okay? And then we're going to take our right leg and we're going to rotate our right leg out towards the right end of our mat. And then we're going to take our right arm forward and our left arm back. And we're going to do some inhales and exhales and breath with movement, right? So we're going to take a deep inhale, and then we're going to exhale. We're going to bend the right knee, tracking to the right pinky toe over the right ankle. And then inhale, straighten. Exhale and bend, all right? Inhaling and straightening. And exhaling and bending. Let's do that one more time. If your shoulders get tired, hands on the hips. Inhale, straighten, right? Exhale and bend. All right, so let's hold here. All right, with warrior two legs. We're now going to reverse our warrior. All right, this is kind of new to this class. You're going to take your left hand down the back of your left leg and your right arm up towards the sky to stretch out the right side of the body. Look down if you're having trouble balancing. You can look up, but it might be hard. And if you're having trouble balancing, grab your chair or a wall or anything close to you. So this is a reverse warrior. All right, go take a deep inhale here. Engage the lower. Come back up, and then let's take a side angle pose. You're going to put your right forearm on your right thigh, and you're going to bring your left arm up and over towards the front corner of the room, and you're going to stretch out the left side of the body. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to flow back and forth. And so you're going to inhale, you're going to reverse it. You're going to take your left hand down and your right arm up. And then exhale, let's come back into our side angle, looking down for balance. Inhale. Leg when you reverse to give your hip a break, straighten it out. And then exhale, come back to your side angle, rotating your arms. Inhale, reverse, straighten that right leg if you need it. And then exhale, find that side angle pose. We'll hold here on our side angle with our right forearm on our right quad, left arm up and over, holding here, stretching out the left side of the body for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back up to warrior 2. Right arm forward, left arm back, straighten out that right leg and parallel the feet and put your hands on your hips. And if that's a lot, tell your shoulders it's okay, your hips it's okay, all right? And then we're going to do that flow on the opposite side. So you're going to take your entire left leg and you're going to rotate your left leg out towards the left end of the mat. And then you're going to bend in the left knee, and your left knee is going to track over your left ankle into that left pinky toe. You'll take your left arm forward, right arm back. All right, and we'll do some bends and straightens. So you'll inhale, straighten up, left leg, exhale, and bend. And if your shoulders are tired, put your hands on your hips. Inhale, straighten, exhale, and bend. Inhale, straighten, exhale, and bend. Inhale, straighten, and exhale, and bend. And then hold here. Now we're going to reverse, right? So we're going to take our right hand down the back of our right leg, and we're going to take our left arm up and over, stretching out the left side of the body, still bending in the left knee. You can look up. That's a big extra challenge. Just look down, back at that right leg. That'll help. Holding here. All right. And then now we're going to come back up, and we're going to take our side angle pose. So you're going to take your left forearm to your left leg. You'll take your right arm up and over towards the front corner of the rim to stretch out. And now we're going to rotate back and forth. We're going to flow. All right. So you're going to inhale, reverse, take your right arm down, left arm up. And then exhale, find your side angle pose. Stretching all the way out. Now, if your right leg gets tired, inhale up, reverse, and your left leg, straighten out the left leg. And then exhale, come back down into your side angle pose. Inhale in. And exhale, side angle pose. We'll hold here, stretching out the right side of the body. Low belly's engaged. Inhaling and exhaling. And then let's take a deep inhale, exhale, come back up to warrior two, left arm forward, right arm back, straighten this leg and parallel the feet and put your hands on your hips and tell yourself, good job, that's a lot on the legs. Let's go ahead and bring the legs together. We'll do a couple of different other things and then we might come back to some other wide-legged stands. So, all right, so we'll move through some chair flows. Take your feet about hip width apart, like we were before. And this time, you're going to bend in your knees and you're going to send your hips back over your heels, right? Slightly over your heels. And then you can keep your hands over your heart center, or you can bring your arms up, right? But the majority of the weight is in your heels. You should be able to see your toes. Engage your low belly, your front body as you lengthen your tailbone. And some of you can come a little deeper or stay up high. Like this is kind of a high chair. You come a little lower. It's really up to you. Don't feel obligated to do anything that you don't want to do, okay? And so we're going to take this chair and we're going to flow into forward fold. So you'll take this chair, inhale and exhale. And then press into the feet. Inhale your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, low bellies engaged. Swan dive down towards the ground, drop your head. Press into your feet. Inhale your arms all the way back up to the sky. And then exhale, come back into your chair pose. Hands can be over heart center or up. And then inhale your arms all the way back up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale your heart forward with the flat back. Exhale and fold. Press into the feet. Inhale your arms all the way back up to the sky. Exhale your hands over your heart center, back into your chair pose. Let's do one more. Press into the feet. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale your heart forward with the flat back. Exhale and fold. Press into the feet. Inhale your arms all the way back up to the sky. Exhale, let's come seated into our chair pose. Let's hold here in our chair pose. Front body engagement, lengthen the tailbone. Power up those legs, strengthening them for 5, for 4, for 3, 2. Good job. Okay. All right. I'm going to face you all. We're going to take, we took some warrior twos and some sides. We're now going to take some front warrior ones, which are neutral hips to the front. So I'm going to mirror you guys. You're going to have your feet hip width apart. You're just going to take your left foot. You're going to step your left foot back. And your left foot's gonna be angled out at approximately like 10 or 11 o'clock. And your right foot is pointed forward, and then you're gonna put a bend in the right knee, and your hips are pointed to the front, right? So you'll put a bend in the right knee, your hips. So from the side, it looks like this. Your back leg is powered up, and your right knee is over your right ankle, okay? If your shoulders are tight, put your hands on your hips. Otherwise, see if you can bring them up, shoulder blades down the back, pinky spinning in. Similar to what we did with Warrior 2, in Warrior 1, we're gonna bend and straighten. We're gonna take a deep inhale and exhale. Let's inhale, straighten the front leg, and then exhale, bend in the front leg. And when we bend, we're gonna goal post our arms right and left and open our shoulders. Inhale, straighten the front leg. And then exhale, bend that leg and goal post to the arms. Inhale, straighten. Exhale and bend. Let's do one more. Inhale and straighten. Exhale, let's bend and see if we can hold here. And take your elbows slightly back as you pull your chest through your arms, stretching out your shoulders, but engage your low belly. Keep your front belly engaged. Power up the back left leg for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's release our hands to our hips. Let's straighten that front leg and then step the left foot up to meet the right. That's a lot on the legs. All right, shake it out. And then let's switch sides. So you'll keep your left foot planted. You're gonna step your right foot back, okay? And then that right foot is at like 1, 2 o'clock, essentially, right? Over, and then you're gonna put a bend in this left knee. The exact same pose as the opposite side. So the left knee is on top of the left ankle or behind it. The back leg is straight and it's nice and powerful, right? And your hips are pointed forwards, your feet are not too far front, but this is what it looks like from the side, right? So it's a shorter stance than Warrior 2. And then let's bring our arms up, bring our shoulder blades down the back, and we'll do a little bending and straightening again of the left leg. So you're gonna straighten the front leg, take a deep inhale, exhale, you're gonna bend and goal post your arms to stretch out your shoulder, engage the low belly. Inhale, straighten, exhale, and bend. Inhale, straighten. Elbows and bend the front knee. Inhale, straighten. Let's exhale and bend in this last one and hold, right? Bringing your chest through the gateway of your arms as you send your elbows back, engage the low belly. Holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's release our arms to our hips and then step the right foot up to meet the left at the top of the mat. Shake it out. Good job. That's quite a bit on the legs. It's good for the shoulders. And so the nice thing about moving breath with movement is it's really, really good on your body to move up, for your body for moving breath with movement. It's just good for your body. It's actually really good for your mind for that, for the breath and the movement connection. It really helps keep you focused. Okay, so let's continue on that theme. Okay, we're gonna take our legs back out, right and left. So whatever you need to do to find your wide-legged again, right? So we were neutral and now we're back to wide-legged. So our heels are out and our toes are slightly turned in. Okay, you're gonna engage your low belly. You're gonna put your hands on your hips. You're gonna send your chest up. Take a deep inhale and then you're gonna exhale. You're gonna fold just halfway down right here, and then you'll release your fingertips to the ground. And if your fingertips don't touch the ground, put them on a prop like your paper towels, or use your bench or anything like that. We have a nice flat back here. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see my nice flat back here. Okay, and then we're gonna take a nice twist here. I'm actually gonna leave my hands on my paper towels. We're gonna put our left hand on the mat, right, or the ground, and then you're gonna press into the left hand. You're gonna engage the low belly. You'll take your right hand on your shoulder, press into the left, open to the right, engage, engage, and if you wanna take that right arm up towards the sky, press into the left hand and open up towards the sky and hold here. Try to keep your hips neutral. Like if you had a teacup and a saucer, your hips here would be flat. And hold for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring the right hand down to replace the left. Place that right hand there. Put the left hand on the base of the hips. Pressing the right hand, open up towards the left. You can start with your left hand on your left shoulder to open, and if you want to take your left arm up towards the sky, you can. Try to keep those for 5, for 4, engage your low belly, twist from the center of the back up, for 3, 2, and 1. Take a deep inhale, exhale, bring that left hand down. Now let's take a little bit of movement right and left, all right? So you'll press the left hand into the mat or to your prop. You're gonna inhale your right arm up towards the sky. And then you're gonna exhale, bring that right hand down, replace the left. Press into the right hand, inhale, open the left arm up to the sky. Exhale, and bring it down and replace. Press into the left hand. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale that right hand down. Inhale the left arm up. And exhale and bring it down and keep here, full release. All right, now take both of your prop off to the side and then see if you can round your back and fold and just walk your fingertips back. And if your fingertips don't touch the floor, put them on your prop, right? And see if you can walk your fingertips back. Drop your head. You want them in the same line as your toes if possible. Engage your quads and lift your kneecaps to keep your hamstrings safe. You want to micro bend the knees to keep those hamstrings safe. Just folding here, wide-legged forward fold for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your fingertips back underneath your shoulders. Put your hands on your hips, and with a flat back, come all the way up. And then if you need to release your legs, bring them together. Just shake them out for a second, and we'll continue to do a little bit more flowing. All right. So this time we are going to take our feet back out wide, but we're going to have our heels in and our toes out. All right, heels in, toes out. And we're going to bring our hands up like stars, and we're going to do a little flow and breath movement here. So you're going to take a deep inhale, and then you're going to exhale, bend your knees and bend your elbows. You don't have to come very deep. Make sure that your knees are tracking with your ankles and your toes. Inhale, open up into a star. Exhale, come down into a goddess pose. Press into the feet. Inhale, open to a star. Exhale, into your goddess pose. Inhale, open. And exhale, goddess. And then this time, engage your low belly. Try to stack your shoulders over your hips for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up, then exhale. Bring your hands to your hips, and then let's step our feet back together and shake it out. Very, very good job. Okay, let's do one balancing pose before we make our way down. So we'll try warrior 3. It's really good in warrior 3, especially you don't do a lot of balancing, to have a chair or a prop handy. So I'm gonna I have a stool, I'm gonna use a stool right here. You can also use your paper towel roll, right? If you want that, whatever works for you, okay? All right, so you can use a stool or a chair. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see me sideways. My feet are right under my hips, and I'm gonna put my hands right here on the stool, or you can have them on a chair, all right? Your head and neck is long, so you want a nice flat back here, but you want a nice good support, whatever you're working on. Bring the weight into your left foot, and all I want you to do is take that right leg back, and maybe the right toes are touching the ground. Looking down, low belly's engaged. You can stay here or see if you can begin to lift the right leg back off the ground and back. Maybe you stay here, but some of you might want to move a little bit. So you take a deep inhale, maybe you exhale and bring that right leg down and touch the toes to the ground. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, touch it to the ground. You can do any of these or hold. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, touch to the ground. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, touch to the ground. And on the last one, let's inhale, lift it up and hold. Head and neck is long. Hold here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And set it down. Shake it out. Anything you need to shake out, move it out, wiggle it out, right? All right, and then let's go ahead and reset. You'll bring the weight into the right foot. You'll take the left leg straight back, toes on the ground, and maybe you stay here and you don't do anything else, and you're like, this is enough for me today, and that's perfectly fine. All right, whatever feels good for you today. Otherwise, let's inhale and lift that left leg up off the ground. Exhale, touch the toes to the ground. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale and touch. Exhale and touch. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift, and then we're going to hold here if you want. Otherwise, keep it touched to the ground for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Touch it down to the ground. Wiggle it out, shake it out. Nice, all right. And then let's come slowly make your way up. And anything you need to wiggle out, that's really good. We did a lot of flowing. That was a lot of movement, a lot of breath and movement. All right, let's make our way onto the ground, okay? So, once again, if you need to prop up your hips, grab a pillow or a blanket if you need to prop up. This time, we're going to take our legs straight out in front of us. Here, your feet can be together or hip width apart, okay? And we're going to do a forward fold, but I don't want you to feel like you have to grab your feet if you don't want. Now, if you're feeling like you need a really good hamstring stretch, we have our little belts handy and we can use that. If your hamstrings are hurting or you have an injury, take your paper towel rolls, I'm not kidding, or a blanket, you put them right here. I teach this all the time. If you ever have an injured hamstring, put a little blanket or a roll of paper towels right under your knees. That'll solve all kinds of problems. All right, otherwise, let's go ahead and grab our belt. And let's take our belt and let's wrap it around our feet to the balls of our feet, all right? Try not to lock your knees out. I don't want you to hyperextend behind the knees. Take a deep inhale and then exhale. Let's fold forward over our legs, but don't pull too hard, just enough to get a decent hamstring stretch. Allow your head and neck to kind of roll forward. I want you to feel a good hamstring stretch, but I don't want you to overstretch. And if it's perfectly easy for you to grab your feet or your toes, you can do that. I just wanted to show the variation with the belt. All right, so Just building a little bit of flexibility. It builds flexibility in our back. It builds flexibility in our hamstrings to just stretch and do a nice forward fold here. And then holding here. Inhaling and exhaling. Good stretch. We should be nice and warm after all that breath and movement. All right, and then let's inhale up slowly with a flat back. Engage your low belly, and then all right, we're going to continue to use our strap in these stretches today. Sometimes I cue it, sometimes I don't. Let's bring your left foot to the inside of the right leg. If your knee is bothering you, take a prop, a block, or something and put it under. It could be a pillow or blanket under the left knee. That will help. And then sometimes it helps to take the leg a little further down. All right, if you need that. And then take your strap. You're going to put it around the ball of your left leg. Okay, and then you're going to grab your belt or your strap. I have a belt, like I just got that out of the closet. You guys were all here last week, so you probably know that you need it, right? And then you're going to take your left hand and you're going to grab that belt with your left hand, okay? But the belt is around your right foot. Okay, your sits bones are planted. You're going to take your right hand out to the side and you're going to pull the left side of your body over towards that right leg. Now, you might need to take the strap and grab it a little closer, but what I really want you to do is feel the pull from the left side of the body over towards the right leg. It's a twisting motion while you plant that left sit bone on the ground so that you feel the stretch all the way up the outside of the back here, right? So you'll stretch all the way from the left hip up the left side of the back, depending on where you're tight. Everybody's tight in different places. So find that stretch, holding here, inhaling and exhaling. Just stretching it out. Holding here. And nice stretch, and then take a deep inhale. Exhale, come up. You can release that strap off to the side, make your way up. And then let's take this left knee, let's put it up towards the sky. Tonight, we're gonna take the left leg and we're gonna put it over the right leg. Your right leg is straight. Then you're gonna take your right arm, you're gonna grab that left knee and pull it in. Right, grab the left knee and pull it in. Take the left hand, prop it behind you, and then look back over that left shoulder. Finding that twist. Engage in the low belly, center of the back up. We're just moving in a little more static stretching now and less movement because we're nice and warm and we can get that stretching. Holding here, stretching it out. Then take deep inhale. Exhale, look forward, release, and then take the left leg, straighten it out, wiggle it out, and then we're going to switch sides. So you're going to take the right leg inside the left, use your props if you need them, right on your knees or wherever you need them. And then let's take our strap. We're going to put it around the left foot. All right, our strap, our belt or whatever. This is literally a belt that goes around my waist that I have put here. Okay, and then we're gonna take our right hand, we're gonna grab the belt for as long, and you might wiggle it forwards and back, up and back. And then you'll take your left hand out towards the side, and then we're gonna pull the right side of the body towards the left leg as you come down. So you're using the strap and the strength of your arm, literally like the strength of your biceps, right? To pull your body over there. Maybe you drop your head, look down over to the left. Stretching out the right side of the body, right? Off the right side of the back, from the hip all the way up. Holding here. It's a hard place to stretch, but it's a good place to stretch. Inhaling and exhaling. And then take a deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, come back up, and exhale, release the strap. Now we'll take the right knee, we'll lift it up towards the sky. We'll cross the right leg over the left, and then we'll take the right hand behind and prop up that right hand, looking back over that right shoulder, finding a nice gentle twist, twisting from the center of the back up, looking back over, and then holding here, enjoying it. Finding that twist, bringing it all out. For 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Look forward and release. Very nice. Uncross. Go ahead and walk your feet in with your knees bent. Walk your fingertips back a little behind you, and all you're going to do is just windshield wiper your knees left and right. Feels good on the low back, right? You're just kind of leaning back and windshield wipering, all right? And then let's make our way onto our backs to stretch our hips. So last week when we did this, and I think you guys were with me, we used a chair. So I have a stool, you can use a chair. I also talked about using a wall. So I'm going to use the wall tonight, but you can also use the chair. You can use the wall chair, or you don't have to use either. I'll show you the version with the strap. So if you are going to use the wall or the chair, right, you'll come up next to it, not too close, and then you'll come back, and then you'll wiggle your legs up onto that wall, all right? If you don't have a wall or a chair, it's fine. You can end up using a strap, and I'll show you that too. All right, and so all you're gonna do is you're gonna take your right ankle and you're gonna cross it over your left knee, okay? If you don't have the wall or the chair, you can use a strap around your left hamstring. So I'll move that so you can see left hamstring. And all you're gonna do is start to pull the left knee in towards you as you send the right knee away. The nice thing about using a wall is I don't have to do any work. My whole hip stretches with no work. So all I have to do is take this left leg, move it down the wall, or use the chair or the strap as I send my right knee towards the front. What you want to feel is a stretch in this big butt muscle. This big muscle, we call it the glute. It's under the and it stretches out. You want to keep your tailbone to the top of the head on the mat so that you feel the stretch of the glute and not the low back. So you're either grabbing the left hamstring with your hands or with the strap, or you're just propping your left foot on the wall and letting the wall or the chair do the work to stretch that glute. And we're going to hold here. We're going to let these junk drawers, the hips, the junk drawers of the body, we're going to let those work out a little bit of junk out. Inhaling and exhaling. Bringing your awareness back to the breath. In and out of your nose. Feeling a sense of gratitude for the movement that we're able to do on our mats. Letting that glute stretch. Really letting it go. And then let's take a deep inhale. Exhale, release that right ankle off of the left onto the chair or to the floor or to the wall. Windshield wiper your knees back and forth just for a reset, right? And then let's take the left ankle. We're gonna prop it over the right knee, and we're gonna do the same stretch on the opposite side, right? So you can use the wall, you can use your hands or a strap or the belt behind this right hamstring and pull it in towards you, right? As you, the knee pit, right? As you pull, as the send the left knee away, or legs propped up on to a chair or a stool, and then just let this left glute stretch itself out. Just let it stretch. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in and out of the nose. Letting your heart and your hips fill up with gratitude for all of these things that we're able to do on our mats, for the community that we're able to share with one another. Inhaling and exhaling. And then take a deep inhale. Exhale, release, and then put your feet back on the wall or the chair. Let's windshield wiper them back and forth. Just feels like a good reset. All right, and then wherever you are, if you can wiggle your way down or off of the wall, let's make our way onto our backs, back where we started, right where we started, all the way back onto our backs. Okay, and then let's walk both of our feet in with our knees bent. Walk your feet out right and left towards the edges of your mat. Bring your arms out right and left. And then just allow both of your knees to fall over to the right. Flat on the ground. All right. And so you can stay here. Your right foot is going to be near your left knee. You might be able to take the right foot and right ankle and prop it over the left leg, and you're going to feel a huge stretch up the left side of the body. You can leave your arms out right or left, or you can take them overhead. You're going to feel a bigger stretch. This is called our pregnant lady twist, but it feels good. If that is too much on your knee or ankle, just leave the right knee on the ground. Just both knees over. Either is fine. Holding here. Inhaling and exhaling. And then let's take deep inhale. Exhale, release the right foot off of the right knee if it's there. Lift both knees back up towards the sky, and then bring the right knee over to the left. And then if you want, you stay here, arms above you, above your head. You can take the left knee, left ankle, left foot on the right knee and stretch out, but either is fine. Holding here. and stretching. Inhaling and exhaling. And then let's take a deep inhale, exhale, release. Bring your knees back up, windshield wiper your knees back and forth. And let's just find, just for a minute or two, a place into Shavasana, or you can bend your knees, feet, and bring your knees in, heels and feet out, right and left. And that'll release your low back and your sacrum. So your feet are out near the edges of your mat, right and left. Your knees fall into each other. Whatever works that you can find a comfortable place of rest. Sometimes flat on the mat Shavasana aggravates people's backs. So find what works, or you can put pillow under your knees. You can even put a prop, like a paper towel roll right under your knees. And that feels good to lift them up. Shavasana. I'll bring you out in just a minute or two. Start to bring some awareness to the breath, gently in and out of your nose. Maybe begin to find some movement in your toes and your fingers. Begin to stretch your arms out overhead, your feet towards the end of the mat. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then when you're ready, gently walk your feet in, bringing your knees into your chest, giving them a bit of a squeeze, taking your time. And then through a fetal position on your right or left side, slowly, gently making your way up to a comfortable seat, facing your screen, one another. Let's sit nice and tall together. We'll end our practice with 3 deep cleansing breaths. Take our arms, let's inhale our arms up towards the sky. Exhale our hands over our heart center. 2 more, inhaling all the way up and exhaling. 1 more, inhale and exhale.
On this nice Easter day, the light, the love, the joy, the peace and happiness in me salutes the light, the love, the joy, the peace and happiness in all of you. May our hearts be full of gratitude for all of those things and the blessings that we do have, and not for the things that we do not. Please bring your hands to your forehead. Thank you for coming and sharing your practice with me today. It is an honor to be with you. Namaste.